Welcome to your monthly business coaching moment. And this month, we're going to be focusing on your business plan. And that's also the first pillar in the 12 pillars of building a world-class business. Don't you find it strange that we spend so much time planning things in our life, planning your vacation, planning your wedding, planning your week, planning your birthday party, planning all kinds of things, but we spend very little time and effort on our business plan. So yes, in the beginning, we always put together a business plan, and I'm sure for you, before you started your business, you put together a comprehensive business plan. So there are two kinds of business plans. There's the comprehensive one that I've just mentioned. That's a detailed plan of every single thing that goes into your business, in the workings and the operations and all the information you can think about around your business, the comprehensive one. But there's a second business plan I want to talk to you about, and that's your one-page business plan. And that's the one I want us to focus on. So remember, you did your comprehensive business plan way back in the beginning when you started your business, or you needed to apply for financing, or you needed to register your business and you had to put that document together. And that's probably the last time we looked at that. We rip it out every now and again just to remind ourselves of the details and maybe change something, or to go back and look at the details, and we might have forgotten some stuff. But your one-page business plan, that is something that I want you to spend time on every single week. I want you to, just like I said, one page, draw up a one-page business plan. Put it up somewhere where you can look at it regularly. In fact, put it into your diary and maybe form a ritual where once a week you're looking at your one-page business plan. It helps you focus. It helps you gain clarity on exactly what you're doing. And it helps you also keep check and hold yourself accountable to the plan that you've put in place. Right, let me quickly go through 7 areas that you want to cover within your one-page business plan. Now remember, guys, this is not a detailed business plan. It's a very compressed kind of just to the point business plan that keeps you on track. The first thing you want to have on your business plan is your one clear vision. In other words, what is it that I'm working towards? If I had to look at my business and say to myself, if I get this right, what does that look like? So all of this hard work, all of this working in your business, if I get it right, what does success look like for me in my business on the other side of all the hard work? So that's point number 1. What are you working towards? It could be an income. It could be a salary for yourself. It could be all kinds of things. And in that first step, where if I get it right, my one clear vision, what am I working towards? What do I want to achieve? I want you to think about that as the legacy of your business. When we do goal setting with our clients, we always help them put together your plans and your goals, and we call it a legacy goal. And your legacy goal is like a 25-year plan. So what does your business need to look like in 25 years from now? What is the legacy you want to leave behind? And then we have long-term goals, which are 10-year, a medium term could be about 5 years, a short term is a 1-year goal. And so you put all of that stuff together, you look at it, and then in your first section, you put that down. What's your legacy? What is it that you're building here? What do you want this thing to look like when it's successful? Point number 2 is a focus on your fair value exchange. In other words, what are the products and services, or products or services, that I'm going to deliver that are going to pay for this one clear vision, for this 25-year legacy? In other words, what am I going to be selling in my business? What do my products look like? And you want to write those down in point number 2. So now I know where I'm going, where I'm headed, where I want to end up one day. I know what the products and services are that I'm focusing on. Point number 3, I need to now figure out who is going to be buying those products and services. So there we talk about our avatar, or our ideal client. Who's my ideal client in point number 3? Once I've identified who my ideal client is, I can now move on to point number 4. And point number 4 is, how am I going to get to my ideal client? So that's your marketing plan. What's my marketing strategy? Do I have a marketing strategy? And remember, on your one-page business plan, you're not going to put the details down. You're just going to put a summarized version of your marketing plan. What is my marketing plan? Right. So now you know where you're going. You know what your products and services are, what you're going to sell in exchange to get to your one clear vision. You've identified who your client is that's going to be purchasing that from you. You've got a marketing plan. You've got a way of reaching that ideal client. Now the next step, step number 5, is I need to have a sales process, a sales plan. So how am I going to sell? What's my step-by-step sales process to be able to sell to that person? Because now you know what you need to achieve, you know what your products and services are, you know who your client is, and you've been able to market, you've been able to get yourself in front of that ideal client. Am I able to now sell to that ideal client? Am I able to take that prospect, that person who's become aware of me, and am I able to convert that person to a client, a paying client? How do I close the deal? Have I got that stuff in check? And those are the first 5 steps of your one-page business plan. Now, when we move on to step number 6, we really want to now go and look at our goals. We want to kind of have a scoreboard in point number 6. Your scoreboard is kind of a summary that tells you whether you're winning or losing in the game. So your scoreboard is your numbers. Am I winning or losing? Am I on track? Am I making enough sales? Is my product and is all my process in my business plan working nicely together so that I'm reaching my goals, so that the numbers that I'm seeing on my scoreboard show me that I'm well on track to that 25-year legacy. In other words, I'm making a profit in my business. That's that point there, point number 6. Then the final step in your one-page business plan is called your working smarter step, or it's the automation side of things. Now that I've got a model that works, I've got a business plan that works, and I can fine-tweak all of those areas. Now I need to go and look at point number 7 and say, okay, so how am I automating these processes? How am I making these processes more effective and more successful? In other words, that I can see better results in all of those areas. And how do I put routines, put systems in place so that that stuff can happen without me being there, me being the business owner, without it taking all of my time and all of my energy to be able to achieve all of those areas. So in the beginning, yes, we do everything ourselves as a business owner or as a startup. And then as we grow and as our one-page business plan becomes more effective, we can now start working on point number 7, where we put these systems, routines in place to be able to automate those processes so that you can become a business owner and not just self-employed. So I hope that helps you. So the action steps for this month is go get yourself a piece of cardboard, or you can decorate it any which way you want to, and put those 7 steps, put down a one-page business plan. Stick it up somewhere where you look at it on a weekly basis, and don't stick it up on the fridge where you just walk past it and you never really look at it. It kind of blends in with all the other stuff on the fridge. Put it up somewhere where you can really focus on it once a month. Go and put time in your diary to spend at least half an hour on your one-page business plan. Am I still on track? Do I need to change something somewhere? Are my products still relevant? Am I still reaching the right kind of client? Are my numbers still adding up? Am I making a profit? Am I winning or losing in this game? And how can I make things easier, automate things so that they flow and they are a lot more effective in that? So I hope that helps you. I know it helped me in the most amazing way in my business. We'll catch you again next month.